Hi there Pokefans, I am your humble host Fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Now, today we are going to capture some Pokemon in our journey to specialize in Water-type Pokemon. As you see, I'm first trying to figure out this whole sneaking thing, but at the time I was playing this game, the remote it didn't actually work. I got a new one in the meantime, but at this time I did not have a good remote to use. So now we are just going to go on and we are going to just run around in this tall grass over here and capture a decent Pokemon. And as you may have noticed, I edited out all the encounters that did not match what I was looking for. And what was I looking for? Not this Zangoose. But the Zangoose will do quite well as a HM mule. Oh, I just ran away from it. I wonder if I'm going to even need HM mules in this playthrough, because water Pokemon can basically learn every HM that I will possibly need in this playthrough. So what happened is I got tired of editing out all of the wild encounters, and you might want to know what Pokemon are available around here. And it's also because I'm at the specific location that I am not editing out all of these Pokemon encounters, because in this specific patch of grass or this little area over here is where I'm going to catch my next Pokemon. Before I do that, can anyone hazard a wild guess as to who that Pokemon is going to be? Leave a comment in the comment section below. And also, while I'm over here, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. Also, ring that bell icon so that you may be notified when new content becomes available. So far I've only met Zangoose and Poochyena in this patch of grass over here. Another Poochyena. And there we have it, the specific Pokemon I was looking for, the one I was after. Since it's part water type, the water gun shouldn't do too much damage, and luckily it doesn't, seeing as this Wingull is only at level 3. I wonder if I can get away with a second water gun. If that was a critical hit, I might have lost this Wingull and we would have had to do this all over again. But I think that is quite low enough. And we do have 10 Pokeballs. Of course, if we spend all 10 of those Pokeballs, I would be quite upset. And it breaks out of the first one. Attacks me with a water gun. Luckily it only does 1 HP point of damage. There we go. And if you caught that quick glimpse, I only have 7 Pokeballs left, so I edited out some of the bad RNG that we were getting. Now, the usual Pokemon that I'm going to use, I am not going to give nicknames to, since this is not a Nuzlocke. If I am going to use HM mules, and I remember I may add the specific name to it as to what its specific job is going to be. And here's some wind gull just flying overhead. Ish. Now who can guess what Pokemon I'm trying to capture over here? Not a Poochyena, because a Poochyena is not a water type. Maybe I should have done all of my hunting in this little stretch over here. Also not a Ralts. Now this will be the first time ever that I will have at least 3 Pokemon before the first gym. So this is looking to be quite an easy match so far. The difficult part is actually capturing the specific Pokemon I'm looking for. Can anybody guess who I'm going to try and capture over here? I'll give you a hint. It is a grass type. Over here I again edited out a bunch of encounters, because this takes quite a long time to do over here. At some point I get confused or whatever, and start worrying that this might not be the correct area, so I check the Pokédex, and I'm fairly certain this is the correct area. And there we go, the one I was looking for. Isn't this a bargain? It's only the second episode of this series and I'm already up to 3 Pokemon. Now this Lotad uses Absorb, then Mudkip is going to be in quite a bit of trouble. Okay, that should be low enough for the Pokeballs. I almost clicked run over there. That would have been quite upsetting. Okay, stay in the ball, stay in the ball. I've captured a Mudkip. Hooray! And you can see my Pokemon box at the top left hand side has now grown to have 3 Pokemon in them. Okay, now let's go on. Some of these weaker Pokemon need some training, so obviously I'm switching them out so that they might gain some experience. Okay, our nemesis, Zangoose. Let's see if we can do any significant damage to a level 4 Zangoose who belongs to a trainer. Okay, Zangoose looks to be hitting quite hard, so let's just switch out because I don't want my Pelipper to faint and not gain any of the experience that I'm working so hard for him to get. Okay, that does significantly more, but I'm almost at double the level. Zangoose fainted. Mudkip grows to level 8. What about Pelipper? Wingull. Wingull grows to level 4. Youngster Calvin was defeated. Do I have any potions? I have quite a few potions. Accidentally clicked it twice. Okay, all of my Pokemon are now fully healed and ready for the journey ahead. Let's see what this bug catcher has. Now the bug catching gimmick over here is quite good, but they make it a bit one-dimensional in my opinion. There's a lot you can do with a character that specializes in bugs. For instance, I've thought of a couple of them. For instance, you can use a beekeeper as a subtype of the bug catcher, and he will have a Beedrill, a Vespiquen, and a Combee. And depending on which generation it is, unfortunately in Pokemon Sword and Shield they've removed the Beedrill line, but you can have a Marantis, and even though Marantis is not actually an insect, it does look quite bee-like. You could also have a Sunflower as part of that gimmick, or any other grass type Pokemon that has flowers in it. It is just my opinion on the matter. And I think I'm going to do that in a few years when I'm finished with this type specialization and start doing my themes. There are a couple of them which I will revisit, like the flying type. In this series I'm going to try and specialize in flying but not actually use any bird Pokemon. Whereas when I do it again, I will use exclusively bird Pokemon, even if they can't fly or use any fly moves. Now that ought to tell you a few things. Well, Wingull now grew to level 5. I hope most of you, or even all of you, and some extra people join me on my adventure as we go through these specializations and even go into the themed concepts. Taylor. This is a very weak Pokemon. Not Taylor, Mudkip, because he only has a ghost type attack and a status attack, and ghost type attacks do not hit normal types as Taylor is. So I'll have to switch train him a bit until he learns some decent moves. Oh, hello. This is a pretty girl. Don't tell May I said that. She might be jealous because we saw her in her birthday suit in her room. That's quite nice damage. So the bugger is lowering our defense. That's a good strategy in a Nuzlocke, assuming you can survive a few hits yourself. or you have other Pokemon in a regular playthrough to capitalize on the lowered defense of the Pokemon you were doing. Okay, yeah, I think let's switch with Lotad, since he's at level 3 and he basically doesn't even have any decent attacks. May is caught up with us again. Listen, May, I only said that girl was pretty. I didn't say I wanted to be her boyfriend. Some Butterfree. It's a pity you can't capture any of the Oversprite Pokemon or Overworld Pokemon. She's talking as if it was such a difficult mission to get to Route 102. I didn't even struggle at all. The thing I struggled with was capturing my specific Pokemon. Okay, I wonder what this guy has to say. The graphics are quite good. My dad is sending me with some other kid to go and capture a Pokemon. Why didn't this kid just go to Little Root Town with his father and get a regular starter like the rest of us? Why does he have to get to have special treatment? Dad, I'm going to surpass you as a normal trainer. One day. Not in this playthrough, but one day. But I'm going to surpass you as a water trainer as well. I will become this region's champion. And here we go on our little side quest, where we have to help this kid catch a Pokemon because his dad was too lazy to take him to Little Root Town, where we are from, to the lab so that he can get his own starter from the professor, an official starter. It's quite a pity that isn't a shiny Ralts. It would have been quite interesting. I wonder if he does capture a Ralts, if the game, specifically this generation of games, keeps the shiny throughout the level up sequences and all of the battles in the future. If it doesn't, it's quite a pity. This could actually have served as the tutorial for how to capture a Pokemon, and instead of May showing us how to do it, we could have been showing this kid how to do it, and May or an assistant in the lab could have just given us a bunch of Pokeballs in the start. And if there is a kid that plays this game for the first time and he doesn't know how to capture a Pokemon, then this Wally character could be the one showing him how to do it. What do you think of that change of things? Anyway, as we greet our father and this Wale character, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.